Hey guys, what's going on? Joe Sack back here today, and today I have a little bit of a farming tip video for you guys. So basically I'm going to give you guys some tips that you might already know and some that you might not about successfully being a good farmer in Samurai Siege. So one of the first things I always look at is what troops are you guys training up? So really, when I'm farming, I like to bring mainly ninjas. So really, I only like to bring about 20 samurais or so. Give or take 5. I mean, you can do 25 or 15, doesn't really matter. But I like to bring a lot more ninjas. So I like to bring in the range of 80 to 100. Right now I only have 78. I don't know why I only have 78. But I like to bring in the range of 80 to 100 ninjas. No more than 5 rams, because you're really not looking to break into bases. You're really looking for abandoned bases with all the money and the resources and collectors and possibly the storages are on the outside. That's really what we're looking for, so we're not really worried about too many rams here. And then I do have archers in the back in case we need to pick off a couple extra storages or collectors that my ninjas missed or something like that. We definitely don't need 77 though. Probably around, I don't know, 50 or 60 archers. Again, I don't know why I have so many of these trained up, but about 20 samurais or so. 80 to 100 ninjas is good. No more than 5 rams, and about 50 to 60 archers is a pretty good army composition. It's definitely quick. It trains up. I mean, it trains up quick, and it's definitely cheaper than a lot of the other compositions, and it works really well. So that is that, and I'm going to give you guys an example in just a second of a raid that you would want to look for when you are farming, and we're actually just going to hop right on into that raid here. Alright guys, so we are back at our first battle here. So this is kind of an example of what I want you guys to look for when you are searching for a farming base. As you can kind of see on the bottom sides of the base there, you can see the little money bags on the outside of the coin markets, and then you can see the essence in the little essence wells over there. That's what you want to look for when you're farming. You want to have a quick and easy way to drop your ninjas and be able to take out the resource collectors and the storages very quickly. So we're only going to drop about 15 to 20 ninjas here, and they're going to be able to take out all these storages and pretty much all the wells and mines and stuff right over there. And then we have just a couple more on the top there. So it's always optional to go inside the base. As you can see, we already took most of the resources, but we are going to drop a couple samurais for distraction. We'll get a ram and a couple more ninjas just to get in there, just to take the rest of the resources, to give ourselves a nice 1-star victory, as well as taking all the resources. So that is what you really want to look for when you're farming. You want to make sure that most or even all the resources are outside the base, so it's fairly easy to drop your ninjas, and you don't have to waste a ton of troops doing it. So that's pretty much that, and let's talk about something else here. So what honor level is good to be farming at? So obviously I'm at 1400 honor, and that's just a terrible honor range to be farming at. You really want to be below 400 honor is what I found to be the best. That's where I find the most loot, the most abandoned bases. That's where I score all of my big raids down there. So really, don't be at 1400. 400 or below is, in my opinion, probably the best honor range to find big bases, abandoned bases where there's a ton of loot, and you don't have to drop all your army. So let's go to another topic that we have here. So again, how many troops do you want to deploy? Well, obviously you just saw that I only deployed like 40 to 50% of my army, and that is going to just be a lot easier on us. Obviously, we don't have to go back and train up our whole army, but it's also going to be a lot cheaper because we don't have to spend 60 to 70,000 essence to retrain our whole army. We only have to spend like 30, 35,000. So obviously, it's going to be cheaper in the long run. It's going to give us more resources to spend on other upgrades like that. And our last topic here we're going to talk about is what bases do you want to attack? Well, again, as I've said pretty much the whole video, you really want to attack abandoned bases or bases that have all the mines and collectors on the outside, and most of the resources are in those, and if the storages are outside, you attack from there also. So let's just go over one more time what we just went over, just so we're clear on it. So there's certain troops, you want to look at the cost of the troops, and you want to see what's the quickest time, and really, I like to use more ninjas than not. That's just my opinion. I like it. It's easier for me that way. The honor level, you want to be around 400 or below is where I find the biggest bases, and don't deploy all your army if you don't have to. It will save you a lot of essence in the long run from what I've learned, and it's just a lot more helpful. And then the bases, again, go for the abandoned bases, the bases with all the resources on the outside. Pretty basic stuff, but if some of you did not know that, hopefully that will help you out in the long run. Hopefully you got a little bit of information and helpfulness out of this video, if helpfulness is even a word. So that is pretty much going to wrap this video up. Again, hopefully you guys got some insight on how I farm and some of the tips that I brought to you guys, and I think that is going to wrap it up for this video. I will definitely see you guys on the next video. Laters!